Could you discuss the defensive play on the interior by your guys on Zach and Mark?
I thought we worked hard. Zach and Mark are a heck of a combination. Probably the best high-low combination in the league, and guarding them on the block without the high-low is tough enough. But everything they do is really difficult to stick with, and you've got to have a mindset to do it on every down. And I thought that we did the best job we could. You can't be perfect at it. They're just too good. But I thought the effort was there for 48 minutes.
Coach Popovich, talking about that, after second chance opportunities that Memphis had, limiting them, they got 10 offensive rebounds. You guys did a pretty good job on those second opportunities defensively.
Am I supposed to agree or disagree, or is there a question there?
What did you see? What did you see in what your team was able to do on those second chance opportunities?
We try to limit their offensive rebounds, but that's what every team does. And tonight, we were able to do it to some degree. So it's important because that is a part of their offense, and they're great at it. So we'll continue to emphasize that.
Pop, when Matt Bonner stretching the floor the way he did tonight, how much more effective is your offense at that point?
Well, if somebody's going to spread the floor and they're going to make those shots, of course it helps you because it opens up the court, allows other things to possibly happen. So Matt did a fine job making shots and spacing tonight.
How confident going into games are you that you can get by if one of your stars has an off night like Duncan did, or you won the last game with Parker not playing that well? How confident are you in the depth of your team and in your ability to overcome those things?
Well, we've played our bench all year long, and I think that they've probably gained a little bit of confidence through that. They've gotten some good minutes. But I think at this point, the teams that are left all have benches that have played and that coaches are confident in them. And tonight, our bench really helped us out. It's a basketball game. It's not linear all the time. Next game, maybe the bench plays terrible. Who knows? But tonight, our bench was very good, and they've been pretty darn good throughout the year.
Tony, we had asked you a couple days ago just how you were going to be able to get three-point shots against this team. You made 14 tonight. That was more than they'd given up in 2 years. How were you able to manufacture those?
It's just one of those games. It happens sometimes. Our ball movement was great tonight, and shot the ball very well. So it's just one game, and we'll try to do the same thing in game 2. And I'm sure they're going to make some adjustments, and they're going to try to do different stuff. So we'll see what happens. But tonight, when we shoot the ball like that, we're pretty hard to stop. But we know that it's not going to happen every game. I'm not even sure we're going to shoot like that for the rest of the series. So against Golden State, we couldn't hit a shot. So tonight, we made some.
Tony, will you talk about you guys' defense on Zach Randolph tonight? He has 1 of 8 and 2 points.
Yeah, we try to make it hard on him. Double team. Obviously, he's the best scorer. He's a beast inside. And we know he's not going to play like that every game. It's just sometimes it happens. It's a long season, and the playoff is tough. And he just came out of a series to play against Ibaka and Perkins, 2 of the best defenders in the league. So he had an off night, but I've been knowing Zach for a long time. We're from the same draft, and I know he's gonna come out strong on game 2. So our bigs did a good job. They're gonna have to be ready for game 2.
Tony, Coach Hollins talked about his players overhelping tonight. He said that sometimes there were 4 defenders in the paint. They weren't really keeping track of your shooters. Were you surprised they were so aggressive, helping on those drives and leaving your shooters open?
But that was maybe their strategy for game 1. Memphis, they have the best defense in the NBA. They do a great job of packing it in the paint, and they force you to make shots. And tonight we made shots, so we'll see. Maybe in game 2 they'll do the same thing, and we're not going to make shots, so we'll see.
Tony, again tonight, another high ratio of assists to made field goals, 28 to 40. It seems like over the past 3 games, it's around 70 to 75%. Do you feel like you've gotten back to your brand of basketball over these past several games?
Definitely. Got away a little bit in the first couple of games against Golden State. And to game 5, we had 30 assists and played Spurs basketball. It was better. Ball movement was better. Good to great. And so we always try to do that. Sometimes, defenses, they do a good job of playing aggressive and make it hard on us. But, we have to stick with that. That's who we are.
Tony, Memphis has seemed to thrive this season when they're in a hole. They always seem to be down and bounce back. What will you guys talk about, and what have you seen from them this season that's made them so resilient?
Memphis is a very, very tough team. They're very tough mentally. And I can promise you that nobody's happy in our locker room because we were up 2-0 last year and we lost. So it's just one game. So it means nothing. We still have a long way to go.
Tony, just talk about how you guys came out and started the game. Lionel said that they maybe were hyper. Would you talk about what your mindset was at the start?
Our team, our mindset was pretty simple. Respect the game plan. We talked about it yesterday, what we wanted to do in offense and defense, and overall, the game plan worked pretty good.
Can you pinpoint the specifics that you attribute this loss to, and can you comment on the ineffectiveness of Randolph tonight?
Well, first of all, they played better than us in every area, and that included fronting the post and keeping us from going inside as much as we wanted to. So that answers your both questions.
Coach Hollins, you talked before the game about trying to limit your turnovers to 10 for the entire game, and right out of the gate you had 4 quick ones in the first quarter. What do you think happened out of the gate?
We just didn't play well. I mean, it's not anything specific. It's just that we were running too fast. We missed some layups. We were taking bad shots, and our defense was really awful. But the Spurs played well.
How challenging is it, though, when your lead scorer, I mean, he's averaging 19.7 points during the playoffs, can't get any points on the boards?
Well, obviously it hurt us because we only scored 83, so we do need him to score a little bit, but we need other people to score and play well. Mike didn't play as well as he's been playing. Mark also didn't play as well.
Coach, in the second and third quarter, you found a way to get offensive rebounds, but you couldn't convert those second chance opportunities. Did San Antonio do anything? Was it just lack of execution?
When you're right at the basket and you miss layups, San Antonio had nothing to do with that.
Coach, in the third quarter, you got 3 quick threes from Quincy. How important is his scoring going to be continuing in the series?
It's going to be important for a number of people to step up and make shots. If they're going to pack it in and try to front the post as much as they did, we have to make some shots with our perimeter people that are capable of making shots. I thought Quincy made some. Mike and, gosh, I can't even remember his name right now. Jared Bayless didn't shoot the ball as well as they normally shoot the ball. And, like I said, the first thing I said is San Antonio played extremely well, and we did not. And that including making shots, that including second and third effort, diving on the floor, getting loose balls, rebounding, every area. We didn't play as well. And we have to play better if we expect to be in this series. If we don't, we won't be.
Coach, what do you think led to the defensive breakdowns that allowed them to get so many wide open looks from the outside?
Well, Tony Parker came out really aggressive, and in the pick and rolls, we weren't up where we were supposed to be. And then he just beat us sometimes. And when Bonner came in the game and he was set a screen and dragged somebody away, and we never got back. And the main thing, though, we just overhelped. I mean, we were just so hyper, just running all over the place on defense. We'd have 4 guys in the paint, and nobody would be out on the perimeter guarding anybody. And that's not how we play defense.
Is part of the conversation back here in the locker room, you've lost the first game of the first 2 series already, so we've been here before. We can come back from this.
Didn't even mention that. I had other things to talk about that were more important and more relevant than what we did in the last 2 series.